Hello, hello, welcome everybody. Sorry for the delay. We had problems with cropping this morning. Welcome to our 5th annual tournament of Soul Blazer. 5 years already. Thank you everybody for the support and the love for this game. I'm in the company of Amelis, my sidekick. Hi, Amelis.
Good morning, everybody.
How are you?
Excited to get this over with.
Now, last time we commentated together, my house went on fire.
Let's not do that again.
And I had to leave you. And it is actually, if you look, Soul Blazer, I think it's like the 4th more viewed clip of Soul Blazer. That was an epic moment. So since we have delay, we're gonna start this already. Unfortunately, we don't have the tracker for Kiten and Twinkie. Everyone ready? I'm gonna just launch and then we'll fix this. This is exciting!
It's definitely going to be an interesting year since we've gotten quite a few new members to the community, all of which have kind of joined in, so stick around all day. We have 3 races so that you can kind of see all of them, trying to see who's going to make it to tomorrow's final.
Okay, and they're about to start. Yeah, we have new members, but I think, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think DentedRazor and Kiten were there since the beginning.
Very true. I believe it's our 2nd race today, the one at 1 p.m. that has a lot of the brand new members
Yes.
in it, or that have not done one of our tournaments in the past.
And because Soul Blazer has grown and we have a lot of new members, I would like to mention also that we have some other players that are not on race 3 but are also in the competition. So right now we have SolarCell007 who is also racing with them. Usually we only take 12 players, but because we've grown, we decided to give a chance to everybody. But unfortunately, not everybody can be on SpeedGaming. But make sure if you want to check SolarCell007, he's also racing with them. He might win, who knows? It would be unfortunate that the winner is not on SpeedGaming, but it was decided by a pre-qualification seed, and the 12th best player got to be on SpeedGaming.
So, of course, as we always start out, everybody gets the Sword of Life right away so that they can attack. Our goal here at the end is to find the 6 stones, the 3 red hot items, soul armor, soul blade, and phoenix in order to beat the game. And we're just going to have to kind of wait and see how it all plays out. Oh, look, we got Francis right away, Queenie.
Oh, that little boy, we decided to name him Francis in the community because he looks like my son. Although my son would never stand still in front of something. I hope you enjoyed the layout. That's one of the things I'm very proud of. Every year we come up with a new layout, and this year we have decided to honor Lisa and her goat. Lisa, who, spoiler, loses her dad in the vanilla game. And then you poke her on the head with a stick, go into her dream, and then she finally falls in love with you. Makes sense. I love Quintet love game. They have the best love story on Quintet.
So I know all the runners are going to be very happy to at least have some form of armor. Maybe not ones that we need to do certain areas of the game, but they are not leaving Act 1 without some piece of armor for Act 2.
Now, something very cute. Not cute, but interesting. Unless you've vetted all those seeds, so you know what they're into.
I at least put some time between vetting these seeds versus last year, so
But
I am kind of learning.
She did not make them, so if they suck, it's my fault.
Queenie, language. We're on SpeedGaming.
Oh, right. And our first stone already. Wow, that's a good gift for the beginning of the game. Oh, and Twinkie taking a death here. That's unfortunate.
Definitely not the best place to have taken a death.
Yeah, Twinkie finished first in the pre-qualification seed. It was a very good thing for him. Because Twinkie is one of our newest member also. But as we say, rando's rando.
I was gonna say this rando, it's so hard to know who's in the lead at any given time depending on route divergence and things like that. We've seen people go from last place to first place and win in a matter of moments.
And we have also Dented who took a death here. Wow, those plants.
I don't think I took a death there when I vetted this, so
although
I don't know what's going on.
Decided to go see what's behind Francis, and it's ew, the mushroom shoes. We kind of don't want to see that.
We lost an inch tracker.
Oh, true. Okay. Let me try and fix that. I'll go crop again. See if it fixes itself.
Again, everybody, we are sorry for the tech difficulties that you're witnessing. There is our village chief, so I believe we've gotten the old woman at this point, so we are going to be out of Act 1 here momentarily. Use of that tornado magic. TheAxeMan and Chitin really close together right now. We'll see if TheAxeMan takes a death here. This one is kind of a normal death, but some runners don't do this, so we'll see what he does. And again, so that is a planned death warp right there for us. As you will notice, there are some slight differences in the runners' trackers. This tracker was brought to us by Skarsnikus. He has put out a recent update, which is why you see with Dented and Chitin, they have like the newest update where TheAxeMan and Twinkie are using just a slightly older file. It still does the same thing. It's just now we can actually tell you like which stone they're looking for without them having to go in their menu.
Okay, sorry about that. It's fixed now. We had so much issue with croppings today. That's why we were late. Sorry about that, chat. Hopefully it'll be better on the next one. What did I miss?
So TheAxeMan and Chitin have completed the underground castle. Now they're just collecting their items and getting ready to go to Act 2.
Solar is already in Act 2 and he's already fighting enemies, so he's ahead right now. Oh, although there might be a little delay since he's not restreamed. It will be fun to see in the end. But yeah, Solar is a very good player. You finished first in the weekly a few times, so he might be seriously in the lead. Who knows? That definitely costed some time to Twinkie and DentedRazor, though. That's unfortunate for them. Okay, so Act 2, they have armor, correct me? Do they have armor?
Yes, they have armor. They have the mystic armor. They also have herbs. No sword upgrades at this point, if I remember correctly. But again, they do have a magic, so they can reach things a little bit further away than necessarily they would with just their sword. On the topic of swords, you'll notice that sometimes they're just like poking enemies to do damage. That's for swords that we do not have the level to actually swing them and cause damage. But right now with just the Sword of Life, that's the level 1 sword. So yes, you can see that they can swing that. But as we go through the game, you'll see it become different.
Thank you for chat to pointing me out that yes, Solar has 25 seconds ahead because of he's not on his stream, so he's not really in the lead. Thank you for that. And yeah, they have the best magic so far. Tornado.
That's a matter of opinion, ma'am.
No, it's not the best magic at all. It could be useful, but you never know which way it's gonna go. And sometimes it's not going the way you wanted it to go.
So yes, for those new to Soul Blazer Rando, this Rando currently only has like one setting, and we never know what that's going to be, whether it's going to be a quick jet seed or a 100% run. Most of the time it's 100%, but you know, these runners, they are all very experienced. They sometimes can figure out the routing and make a move that we wouldn't, and it works in their favor and the seed goes faster. So we're not even sure how long this is going to take, but it should be less than 3 hours.
But seriously, magic is going to help them in Act 2. But yeah, about Tornado, it's just that, as you see on a few streams right now, it's you launch it and then it goes the way it wants to go. So it killed some enemy, but for some it missed them, unfortunately. And those statues, they spawn anywhere, so they have to run for them. That's a pain. And when you don't have armor, oof, they can kill you in the 1 or 2 hits sometimes. Going to Act 2 at level 3 is very hard, because usually in the vanilla game, you're there at what, level 8, 9?
I was going to say somewhere between 7 and 9, depending on how you play.
And you have usually 1 armor so far. But sometimes the game pushes you there. No armor at level 2. That's a pain.
So, if you're familiar with the vanilla game, you'll know that you have to get these key world leaders to get out of each individual act. And normally they're the last NPC you get for each act. But in the randomizer, that is one of the few things that we do have randomized. And so they can show up anywhere within whatever you have open. So like we could have gotten the Woods Guardian back in Act 1, which would have progressed us forward. However, we didn't. But like the village chief had to show up in Act 1. Now whether we just did underground.
My gosh. We're just seeing right now that bubble armor is vanilla.
Yeah, at least that mermaid gives us a hint as to what she has.
That's vanilla, right?
Yes, it is vanilla.
That's funny. So bubble armor is required to go under the sea. Under the sea. Under the sea. It makes you breathe. It creates a bubble around you. I would like to have that armor, actually. Could go under the sea.
Oh, and there we have the Lucky Blade showing up, which we need to go into Loon in Act 4.
Ew. Mushroom shoes and Lucky Blade. We like to joke in the community, we don't like Act 4. You need to use lots of magic and...
No, nobody's found Lisa yet.
But Koiser, she's in the layout. She's in the middle of the layout. What's the name of her goat?
Turbo.
Oh, right. Oh. I'm trying to trap you, but it didn't work. The goat does have a name.
I don't know. For those that actually saw the announcement for this tournament, we could say that it's solar.
True. I think I should put that in the chat.
Very, very true, Nether. I like to see mushroom shoes early so that I make only one trip up the mountain versus 2 or 3.
Here, chat. Enjoy the video to launch the 5th annual tournament with Solar the Goat.
You know we're never going to hear the end of that one when he finds out we said that.
He accepted. Now, if I look timer to timer, it looks like Kaiten is in the lead. By just a few tiny seconds. Well, also, I'll put the link of Solar Cell if you want to watch him also on the side. Our 5th runner today who's not on stream. And don't forget to give a follow to our runners as well. If you want to see more of... they do the weekly almost every week. So if you enjoy the Soul Blazer Rando. And of course my commentator, MLS, who also does the weekly almost every week.
So we see that the runners have also gotten their Zentetsu sword, which is going to allow them to take care of the metal monsters that we run across here in the Fire Shrine. Very, very important for them to have that, especially come Act 5, which is Dr. Leo's lab.
And it's nice to have it before the Fire Shrine, because then you don't have to double dip. So there are some metal enemies in there. And those scorpions are gonna give them a lot of XP. So they're gonna be able to make a few levels there and make their game easier.
So yes, this year we had 14 people actually complete the qualifier seed, and that's why we decided to allow the extra runners this year, not just cutting it off at our normal 12. Because yes, the community has grown. Everybody is super close in their times, so it didn't seem really fair to just say, oh, you lost by a few seconds a position to try for this tournament.
Yep, and so as Emily said earlier, 3 matches today. The 3 winners of the 3 matches that win their game goes to the final tomorrow at 10 a.m. And then we will have a 4th spot open to a wild card, which is going to be the one that has the least time difference between the 2nd place and the 1st place of their own match. Did I explain that correct in English?
We'll explain it a few more times before the end of this today, so everybody stick around. We'll get it all straightened out.
Sorry, I'm not English, I'm French, so sometimes I make mistakes.
Okay, so Kaiten did something very interesting. He didn't take on this layer that he's working on in the beginning because of the low level, even though he had armor. But he decided to come back to it here at the very end because you could create the bridge between the 2 platforms. Very interesting to see it played that way.
So far, we have the Wood Guardian, so we could skip Fire Shrine and go to Act 3. Never seen anyone do it, but we could.
At this point, we don't have the Greenwood Leaf, so we can't make it to the Light Shrine yet.
Nope.
Oh, and the Red Hot Stick on the Woods Guardian.
Ooh. That's one of the required items. And the players are gonna be happy with the next magic they're gonna find, which I just saw on the Solar's stream. Kaiden is about to find it. Oh, you see, Axeman did decide to go to Act 3. Oh.
Okay, starting to see some route divergence between the players. So.
Soul armor!
So, Act 3 having both of the absolutely required armors that you need to normally complete the rando, like we said, bubble armor to get through Act 3, and soul armor to finish the game in the world of evil.
I'm very interested in TheAxeman's play right now. Boy, that mermaid was required as well. She'll pin some stuff. I like what Nemo just said. Came for the bubble armor, paid for the soul armor. And they're finding their light arrow. They're gonna be happy.
Very, very much so. Runners are going to be extremely happy to have that. That is actually the one magic that if you play the vanilla any percent speedrun that you use throughout the whole game. So most of them have a lot of knowledge with that.
Yeah, its reach is very high. It goes in 4 directions. You can control it. Definitely the best magic to have. And especially in Act 4. I hate the little sparkling enemies. There's a few frames where you can't hit them, you have to wait.
Yeah, the little stingrays, they can be a little bit of a pain.
So you see here the middle scorpion, they gives a lot of XPs. Because you're not supposed to kill them until very much later in the game. So the enemies, they usually gives like, what, 10 to 20 experience points? Those scorpion gives 750.
So just a little shout out here. While Axeman is doing a very different play than everybody else, he has been working quite a bit on trying to update this randomizer just a little bit. Maybe give us some different settings. But maybe he knows something that we all don't know with having all that coding knowledge under his belt.
Yeah, that, and he's trying to work on something to make the text faster.
He did manage to find in the coding where the text can be faster, similar to the Japanese version of the game. But we're still working on getting all the little bugs worked out with that too.
Yeah, I would really like to see that implement in the rando when it's stable. Because let's be honest, this is a long rando. It's between 2 to 3 hours, depending on where your stuff is. I wish there was a way to make it faster so we could have more matches on SpeedGaming. But we put a time span of 3 hours. Wise. That's not nice.
That was when I started, sir. Average is under 3 hours now. Thank you for your support.
They have so much opening stuff right now. They have the mill, they have the left tower. They have one of the model towns. They have Lano. Oh no, they know they need their grandpa.
Loon, they need the grandpa.
Need to flag tab more herbs to the seed. No, not really. That's why we call it herb percent. That's all we get when we don't want them. And when the moment you want one, you never have one.
One year we're gonna get it where we can actually have a counter on the screen for you guys to see how many herbs the runners have actually gotten.
How many? I think there's 39 herbs in the rando.
I'm not that familiar.
I think it's either 39 or 49. So that's a lot of items.
Oh, and they found the greenwood leaf in the fire shrine. So this could be really bad for Axeman going ahead and pushing forward like this without completing fire shrine and maybe the little bit of light shrine that's available to the runners.
Where did they find their red hot sticks again?
The red hot stick was on the Woods Guardian.
Oh, okay, okay. Is he gonna go? Okay, no. I thought he was gonna go to the ring, but... Oh no, he just did the ring. Oh my gosh, my brain.
Axeman just finished up with Rockbird, Queenie.
Rockbird, not the ring. It's early.
Opening up Blaster, that is definitely one that runners don't tend to like to see because it is a lot of NPCs, one of which is locked behind some metal monsters, but again, we have the sword to take care of that, so that's not a problem if Axeman decides to do Blaster this early.
And there is no item in Blaster. There's one on the seabed to go there, but inside Blaster there is 0 item. So we usually tend not to go there unless we're missing NPCs.
Which right now everybody is still looking for the Mermaid Queen to get out of Act 3.
Oh!
Whoa, and there's Loon.
Grandpa!
So here in just a moment, you're going to see Chitin kind of make a run back to get some of the layers that he's missed stepping on. That is because monsters are attached to a specific layer, i.e. like the metal monsters are all attached to one specific layer later on in the room. If you accidentally step on any of these layers before killing all the monsters attached, they end up respawning on you. So you try really hard not to activate an NPC layer if you're in the middle of killing for another layer. And that little angelfish that you just saw pop up on Axeman's screen is actually one in the vanilla game that you talk to get protection in Durin. Oh, and we found King Magrid, so South Earth is definitely required.
Mm-hmm. But that's not something the players will usually avoid. They'll go there immediately after. So I'm confident that everybody will go there and find her.
Oh, very much so. Other than we have seen people skip this and forget that they didn't complete it. So. Myself included.
By the way, if we talk a little bit about the players, I know that DentedRazor and TheAxeMan run the vanilla game. Solar, Twinkie, and Chitin, I don't think they run the vanilla game.
No, I don't think they have any real experience with the vanilla game speedrun. But again, it gets so hard to remember what everybody's done because, like we said, we've got so many runners we have to keep track of, Queenie.
Yeah, but I was looking at my old notes and yeah, that's how I knew that Chitin was there since I wasn't around when it was the first year. But he was there on the second year, so he's been there almost every year. Same thing for DentedRazor. So I could say they are the oldest member of this community. Also, by the way, this precious randomizer was created by LeHulk, who I think everybody knows about him. And yeah, he made this 6 years ago, I think. Already 6 years, wow. And he was participating every year. This year couldn't participate. He just got married. Congratulations, Hulk. So he's been a busy man ever since. But yeah, he made this. So it's thanks to him we can have this tournament this weekend.
And Kite and Finding Bob the Builder on the way to Light Shrine. Very, very important for us to complete the game, because as you saw, that just built the castle. So we'll be able to get to King Magritte at the very end.
Oh, and I found a super bracelet. That's so fun to have. Not an item that's required, but that's very useful. It gives you more power to attack and more protection from damage. How about you, Amy? It's your third year you're around?
This is my third year participating with the tournaments. I actually started watching on the second year's tournament, and that's what kind of got me interested in participating in this community. Link to our Discord will pop up in chat periodically if you're interested in getting started. All the members are really friendly and willing to help you try to figure out what you're doing wrong. Not a whole lot of tricks. So if you're one of those that, controller manipulation and stuff like that is not your strong suit, definitely one for you.
Yeah, there are no glitches or anything in that rando. The only thing you must learn is how to position yourself to sometime learn how to kill specific enemies. But there's not really glitches or anything. But yeah, feel free to join the Discord. We'll help you set up and start there. You'll find the tracker, the link for the website to create a seed.
Again, we do have weekly seeds that get generated on Fridays, and you do have a week to complete those. Oh, Axeman found the spirit sword, so that will save him a trip back to Light Shrine when he goes back.
Blaster.
I personally like Blaster. I always think it's a great play to do, especially if you have early access. So
I never go there unless I'm forced to. So when Blaster is required, Queenie will always lose.
But Queenie's got execution on her side, so she'll execute all the other areas really fast and can still beat you.
Well, let's see if there's actually something in Blaster, because that was the only jewel in the area that gives you an item, as I said. Oh, okay, we got an IV. Maybe something's there. That's not a detour, because they have to go back for the meal anyway.
And the painting, whenever they get that.
Oh, and a mole. The mole can give you an item as well.
So
I feel like we have 4 people running and then a fifth one that's doing completely something else. So Solar right now is fighting the boss also of the Spirit Temple, which is where Kayan is going right now. If you're new to this game, you see they're walking in the dark, but there's actually a way to do this with light, a certain mole that gives you the light for that. Although it's not in logic to wait for that mole to do the basement. But we have a map in the Discord that shows you how to go around with this dark place.
So a lot of the references that you kind of hear us talking about, we have taken quite a bit of our terminology from A Link to the Past, since it is a very known randomizer general game for people. So if we say something and you're like, that doesn't apply to this game, we just kind of adapted to kind of help people understand what we're meaning with like areas that we're going to, like how they would apply in another game. Okay, so Axeman just found that soldier that tells you about another NPC having one of our emblems. We'll see if that's needed for our pedestal, which is the deer that gives you the crystal out of the tree there in Act 2.
And Crypta, I never forced my husband to play this.
By the way, Queen Anne, congratulations on that recent wedding.
Thank you. Yeah, I got wed to Solar Cell 007 2 weeks ago. We had a goat there, we named it Turbo. I'd bring the rings. And Lisa did the ceremony.
Your poor child.
No, not sure it was my son that bring the ring. So see, you would think that he would have because he's married to me, he would have been on SpeedGaming, but nope.
No favoritism here.
No favoritism, exactly.
Okay.
No, he said that he made the wrong choices in the pre-qualification seed.
No offense, having played that pre-qualification seed, that seed was hard. So I commend all of these runners that have made it to SpeedGaming and completed it for completing it, because everybody beat me at it.
I wonder where the Mermaid Queen is gonna be, because Axeman is going back to do what he left behind.
Yeah, so at this point, Axeman has gone as far forward, and some thought processes in how to run this rando is that, like, when you get the Z sword or the Zentetsu sword or the Spirit sword, that it kind of progresses you forward as far forward as you can go, since those are distinctly linked to certain acts. And some of the runners, they run that way, but like you've seen about 3 of the 4 runners here, they've kind of just played it straight through. So there's 2 different like ideologies on how to get through this rando the fastest.
And to answer chat, no, my son did not make these seed this time. That's one of the weird thing about this rando. I never understood why, but when you play a seed, you can use the number you want. You can pick a seed number. But when you generate it in the race one, you cannot pick a seed number. I never understood why. But that's why Arcanly couldn't pick the seed number. Because usually it would give me numbers and they're horrible.
So, Queenie, from the little bit that I've watched the Discord, I think a lot of that has to come with the fact that the ones that you can generate by a seed number create a spoiler log. And for these races, we definitely don't want spoiler logs that the racers could accidentally get a hold of, which would make it really hard on those of us that set up this tournament to validate who actually wins.
Yeah, it's just that there's a check you do and it becomes a race. Like I think you should not generate a spoiler when you put that option, but I don't know how the website was designed. But nobody ever complained, so we have other problems to fix right now. I'm not sure it was the Hulk who did the website. It might have been Neta. But yeah, so far 2 players have 2 stone. So that's good. There's one in the Saturta.
Yes, Master. So basically, the vanilla game was set up that you kill the monsters that are attached to the specific layers, and some of those layers are pathing, some of those layers are NPCs or chests which have items for you. You collect those items, specifically the 6 stones, the red hot items, and the soul items, so soul armor, soul blade, and the phoenix, to get to defeat the final boss. And so in the randomizer, we have randomized where those NPCs go, where some of those items go, and you just work your way through it. It is a fairly longer randomizer, but easy enough for most people to pick up.
I think I just got it. I think I know where the Mermaid Queen is. Because there's only one thing they can't do, and it's the checks with the spirit sword.
we will have to wait and see, Queenie, because any of these layers could open up more zones for them to have to complete. So we'll see.
Oh, nobody went back to do the meal.
Nope, nobody's gone back to Act 1 yet.
Oh, there's also that open. Never mind.
So again, welcome in everybody that has kind of come in here in the middle of this run. You are watching the Soul Blazer Randomizer Tournament. We are in our 5th year.
Oh yeah, every year the winner gets to go home with a prize. This year, I don't have anything to show it. Usually I have a page to show it, but this year it's going to be a t-shirt. And it's going to be funny because it's going to be with the custom line of the player's choice. On the scene of Lisa and the goat. What would you have them say, MLS?
For me, I survived setting up this tournament. Without losing my commentator.
I think I would put the Lisa saying, "Who's my mom again?" Because we never know who Lisa's mom is. There was some theory that it was the Mermaid Queen. Because I think in the Japanese version, the queen says something. And people said it was her, the mom. You never heard that?
No, I had never heard that one, but
I must bring Sin in. Sin is the one who told me about this. So, Soul Blazer is a lot about reincarnation. People who die, they come back as animal or stuff. A lot of time it says so in the game. So that's why in the Japanese version, the Mermaid Queen said, "I miss Lisa," or something like, "I dreamt I had a daughter." When Sin is there, I'm gonna ask him.
I was gonna say, you'll be commentating with him later today, so I will definitely stay tuned to hear that conversation. Oh, Anson popping up in the chat to give us some answers.
Oh, there you are. What did you tell me about Lisa's mom, Sim? It was your theory. But that's only in Japanese version, right?
So of course, everybody, we will discuss some of the differences between the Japanese version and the US version, which is what we are running currently, as we get to those.
Japanese version has the lore, it's a subtle hint. Okay. When this year's Rando came out, that's why we're talking earlier. I think we are in our 6th or 7th year. It's an old Rando. We are in our 5th year of the annual tournament. So it's been around for a while. And I should properly say that it was Netananima who started this tournament, and then I took the lead after the 2nd year. Oh well, if you want to try it, I'll put the link to join the Discord. You'll see nice people there who will help you set up everything and start play this. There you go. Oh, they already have the...
So again, a lot of what you're going to be seeing right now is just everybody kind of backtracking on top of what other runners have done. This happens a lot. We kind of get segued and bottlenecked, trying to find progression to the end. It always seems to happen. Act 3, Act 4, you just learn to deal with it. You learn to make decisions about where to go. Like we said, right now we still have quite a bit of Act 1 undone. Axeman's going to be able to give us a look at what the spirit monster layers have. So that's going to be a chest and 1 NPC on the next level. But we'll see.
Axeman will be commentating with you next run.
Yes, he will. And he has lots of knowledge.
Oh, yeah.
Having done the vanilla speed run, being one of our top runners for the rando. So I'm looking forward to having his knowledge to give you guys some more to know.
Yeah, and he's been doing this rando in a lot of tournament or events. He's used to commentating this. It's gonna be a nice duo later. Yeah, and Ziggy game did age pretty well, and we always say also it's a better love story than Twilight. How did the boy fall in love with Lisa? Oh, he put a stick on her forehead. That's the moment she knew he was the one. He went into her dream. Although we do kill her dad, so...
We don't kill him personally. He makes that decision.
True.
To let us go on and save the world.
You can skip this cutscene in this rando, although it gives you an item, so... if you skip it, hope there's nothing there. That way her dad lives.
Well, technically it gives you 2 items. One actually during the cutscene and then one that's normally hidden unless you know to look for it.
Yeah. So yeah, once the queen is dead, under her feet you'll get access to 1 item. The item the queen gives you is never something important, because that's an admissible item. Once you trigger the cutscene, the queen is not there anymore. So usually she has like a strange bottle or an herb. Although she could have a bracelet also.
I was gonna say, like, the most important item that she could have is the VIP card, just like she does in the vanilla game, because you need that to get to that cutscene. So
yeah,
is a possibility.
Yeah, it is.
Okay, so we got Twinkie back in Act 1 doing the east side of the underground castle, which is behind the watermill.
Yep, and she's probably gonna find the queen. The first one to be finding the queen. He's probably gonna find the queen. I'm excited to see also what Axeman's gonna find there. If that was a waste or not. I didn't check what was in the chest upstairs. I missed it.
I did too, unfortunately.
I don't see any more stone or anything else, so I don't think it was something important.
Okay,
so
the
that house is
NPC layer
useless.
wasn't worth it. So I guess that kind of means that we know we're gonna have the underground castle was definitely required. Thank you,
Pale. Oh, we said that at the same time. Oh, sorry. I have so much allergies this morning.
So yes, everybody in chat, please know that a lot of the runners today in our later races are also in chat. So if you ask a question, they are very knowledgeable and you will see them pipe up and answer if the commentators miss your question. So again, our community is very welcoming, always willing to answer a question if you have it. So please don't hesitate to ask.
Okay, so I think going back to the shrine with the spirit sword was useless.
Yes, it appears that was a useless play. But again, like we've said, this rando has a lot to know and a lot to do. So it's definitely one of those, like, what you feel like could be a useless check could be the one that you actually needed. So
well, Axeman didn't lose time because he hasn't done it yet, but I'm seeing Solar right now going back for those specific chests, so he's about to lose some time. And yeah, it was indeed a medical herb. I just saw it right now. Yeah, Twinkie right now is the only one who went back to the windmill and has the queen. Kaiten is going there, and I think Solar is going there next also.
So average completion time for this rando is between 2 and 3 hours once you get familiar. Of course, you know, when you're first learning it, it definitely will take you longer because the monsters are randomized on the layers in their worlds. The NPCs are randomized within a logic pattern that we're all still trying to figure out, other than that the world guardians will be
Ooh.
before the world that they are attached to.
Twinkie found the Ibe cave in there, and there was the blue stone. And the queen, so the bottom part was definitely useful.
Very much so.
Yeah, and so right now, Kaiten and Solar are... Well, Solar is about to go into the wine mill. Kaiten is there.
So AxeMan just found our second red hot item on the hideout crystal. So him having gone forward has put him just ever so slightly ahead in the fact that he has access to some of this stuff that others do not, and has only had to make one pass through, like the light shrine, if others decide to go back and do that.
It's hard to say right now who's ahead after Axeman.
But
So Twinkie's the first one to go to Act 4, but there's something he didn't do yet. He didn't do Blaster.
I was gonna say, I don't think he did a lot of the Act 3. DentedRazor finding our mushroom that's sleeping. We'll see what his dream and item and lair have maybe a little bit later.
Yeah, because he doesn't have the Spirit Sword, and Spirit Sword is in Blaster. Oh, and the King.
So very important that we find that NPC as well as Gnome the Snail in order to get out of Act 4.
That's my favorite part of the game, when you go talk to the king with the two grandma. They start to dance. Dancing grandmas!
Yes, Aru, Chad is always ahead.
That's everybody's favorite part of the game, the dancing grandmas.
Why wouldn't it be your favorite part? It means that you are right there getting ready to beat the game because that gives you access to the final boss. And it's just so much fun to be able to play with.
But I gotta get back my stick. I'm kind of attached to the red hot stick. Looks like a scepter for a queen. Just wanted to point out something Twinkie just did there. Sometimes you might see that they leave some lair. They don't bother killing the enemies there. Those lairs are what we call useless lair. They don't actually give you anything else than just maybe a shortcut if you ever come back. But considering right now that Twinkie has the mushroom shoes, he's not gonna come back here because he's gonna do it all in one shot. It happens also in the basement of Dr. Leo's laboratory. And why do we leave short? We don't bother also a lot.
There's a couple in Durin that we don't do because it just kind of gets us up there to the
Yes, correct.
to the top of the volcano. But I mean, you just kind of learn from playing what is required, what's not. Right here, you're gonna see Twinkie kind of taking on both of these layers at the same time with the use of magic and just positioning. Oh, looks like we got Teddy, the little tool owner's son. You learn his name later on in the vanilla game, even though it just says tool owner's son or something like that when it pops him up.
Yeah, I learned recently also that Teddy is the boy from DentedRazor as well, who dies. I learned that in March, actually, last month. Did you know that? He's in DentedRazor.
No, I didn't. I'm not familiar with DentedRazor.
I was not, but I commentated recently, and yeah. So Quintet made DentedRazor before Soul Blazer. If you ever played DentedRazor, you'll see that they use even the same player's health bar. Some sounds they come back as well. And there's this little boy called Teddy.
Soul Blade on the mountain in this large group of chests that we kind of see everybody run to.
Yeah, rip Teddy. He dies in DentedRazor, but he's coming back in Soul Blazer and trying to scam us with asking us $1 million.
Billion, Queenie, billion.
$1 billion, yeah. It's even worse. No, there are 12 swords. 8 swords, sorry, 8. But the 4 one you see right now are the one that are used. You need them to finish the game. They open a lot. Lucky Blade it opens the path to loot. That's the only thing it does. That's why we put it on the tracker. Now, Zentetsu Sword kill metal enemy, and Spirit Sword kills Spirit's enemy. But if you have the Soul Blade, you can kill both metal and Spirit's enemies.
However, just know as you're playing this Rando, the Soul Blade does not actually open up logically anything other than the world of evil. So a lot of times people will time save by having the Soul Blade to complete those monster layers, but logically, the little bit of logic that we do know, it does not mean that anything important is going to be in those layers that you're unlocking early.
Yeah, let me explain also something about the sword. So each swords can only be swing if you reach a certain level, and in the meantime, the only way you can use it is like you see on DentedRazor right now. It's by holding L or R. You actually poke with the sword. It takes longer to kill certain enemies, but if you are at the beginning of the game, it helps you a lot. It's faster than actually swinging one of the first sword. So like the Zentetsu sword is level 16, Spirit Sword is level 19, and Soul Blade is level 24. So you cannot go finish and fight the boss unless you're level 24. You have to grind before you can get there.
More medical herbs being found in these location item spots.
So right now we have Solar, Axeman, and Twinkie who are on the Mountain of Soul.
So that snowball that you see Twinkie kind of kiting around, if he was actually using the Soul Blade right now, he could actually kill that snowball and get XP.
Whoever finds the most herb.
Maybe one day, Cryptic. Maybe.
Amy, my house is not on fire, but I will leave you for a tiny minute. I need to put drops in my eyes. I have too much allergies. I'll be back.
It's okay, Cootie. I got this. Thank you. So as you see, those going up the mountain into Lano, which, as we've stated, most of the time people don't like doing it. It is a very long trek up this mountain. Few NPCs that are gathered, a single item. But it is definitely one of those necessary time sink kind of areas sometimes, but everybody kind of likes when they don't have to deal with this. Twinkie doing a great job kind of tackling multiple layers at the same time with the magic. Yes, Nether. Right now it hasn't had any wizards, but we still got quite a few areas to get through, so they could pop up in the next one.
Oh my gosh, I see now. Yeah, so we're seeing the Wizrobe and Twinkie's screen right now. They must be glad they have that magic. The Harrow.
I was gonna say, don't tend to get out of Act 4 without seeing Wizrobes, either here or in Loon. So
everyone's in the Act 4 right now, even Solar. If you just joined, welcome to the fifth year of Herb% tournament of SpeedGaming Randomizer. Usually we only take 12 players, but this year we decided to take everybody. Only the top 12 that did the pre-qualification seed are streamed on SpeedGaming. So right now there is also SolarCell007 who is playing on his own stream. So there's a chance he might actually win. It would be sad though that the winner's not on SpeedGaming to see it. Yeah, I'll put the link of the runners in chat. And so SolarCell is the one that's not there right now, and all the other runners. There you go. They almost every week do the rando of SpeedRun, the weekly. And we found Mary. Mary is the leader of Act 5.
So as you can see, everybody, the reason everybody is here in Act 4 at this point is because we are still missing some sort of path to get to Gnome the Snail, who is considered the world leader of Act 4. However, he was placed in jail, so we needed the king of the mountain. And teeny bit of knowledge there. The king's only about a year old. The little gnomes on the mountain, they have a very, very short lifespan, going from young to old in like a year.
That's so sad. If I had a year left to live, I would play SpeedRun. Okay, so Twinkie just found the Thunder Ring, which is the most useless thing in this game. Well, not in the vanilla one, but in the rando. I wonder if we should change it to an herb.
I think some of the logical changes that TheAxeMan is looking at doing is actually making the ring potentially more useful, but as chat has pointed out, yes, the most absolute useless item in the rando is the mermaid's tear.
All right, I forgot about the mermaid's tear. We have passed the 1 hour mark.
So the reason we were just discussing that is the Thunder Ring actually is what we use to get through Act 3 in the vanilla game. That metal layer that you saw in Bluster, you actually use the Thunder Ring to bring down lightning to kill those monsters. No.
Why is it? Well, it can help, but it's not required. You can still walk on the what's it called? The lava. How did I not know it was lava? The word I was searching for. My boy is always playing. The floor is lava, yelling in the house. Does your kids play this, MLS? The floor is lava?
Sometimes. Other than they know if I catch them on the furniture being too crazy, they will get in serious trouble.
They jump on every furniture, avoiding the floor.
There is a rando for Illusion of Gaia. And I do believe I have heard there is a Terranigma
I
rando,
think so.
but
yeah.
It is still very, very buggy, and nobody's really working on making that.
And there is a rando of DentedRazor as well. Yeah, I was gonna say, ask Sin about it. He plays it every Friday. Yeah, I didn't realize. I always left aside the DentedRazor until I commentated recently, and I was like, okay, that's really a Quintet game in the sense that it feels like Soul Blazer. It's the same vibe.
Okay, so we've started getting the VIP card for Act 6 out of Act 4. Oh, and we're still missing some access to Gnome. Twinkie just found that out, so...
Back into the heist we go.
But Twinkie's now over in Loon, so not a whole lot of the mountain that you're actually going to see here. But it does have 2 chests that can sometimes hold items that we need.
Now, DentedRazor is missing 1 stone. He's missing the blue stone. This stone was in
Hype Cave back in Act 1.
Yes, Hype Cave. Thank you. I was looking for that. Oh well, kid, I'll give you the link for the Discord of that as well. I'm also the organizer of the annual tournament of Illusion of Gaia Rando. Here, this is the Discord for Illusion of Gaia Rando. It has a lot of options at Rando. Oh, Twinkie just found the painting of the old man. Oh, but I don't have the painting brush. Nobody does. So I believe, yeah, Twinkie didn't do Blaster. I think Axeman and Solar have done everything. Dented skipped something. I don't remember what it was. And Kaiten, I'm not sure if he's done everything available so far.
I don't think Kaiten's gone back to Light Shrine yet. Oh, Twinkie finding our right tower. But we do know that Twinkie will have to make that trek back to Bluster at some point in time, since that has the Ivy for the hideout crystal that had the red hot ball. So we'll see when all those backtracks and decision makings are made to see who finishes first here.
Tell me, Amy, what's your favorite dungeon in this game?
My favorite dungeon? Actually, I am very much a fan of Act 3, even though it tends to get tied up really, really bad in the rando. Just because the music, you know, all the other zones have like really upbeat music, but it has one that kind of helps calm you back down from all that energy that the music brings.
I don't know which mine is.
I don't know, we could always go with it was Act 5, since, you know, that's what you picked for your first year of announcement. But then again, you have a great fondness for Act 1 too, so...
That was not my choice, the Act 5 song, it was Netta. I do not love left tower, what do you say? I was gonna say, I think it's the right tower. Or the basement of the Margaret Castle.
Okay, so with Twinkie being in Loon, this is actually going to be one of the first places that we talk about some of the changes that they made between the Japanese and the US release of the game, particularly the boss. We'll see if he goes there before leaving out of here, and we'll discuss that a little bit more.
But yeah, so far, for 1 hour, 15 minutes almost, he got half of the stone. And yeah, two major soul items, 2 of the red dot items. So yeah, so far it's good.
Definitely on the path for this to be 215-ish for these runners. But again, it's all going to depend on some of the decisions that they make as the runner.
I don't think Twinkie has opened the mushroom dream.
He doesn't have the path to get there yet.
Oh, okay.
Because that would have given them access to get out of Act 4 with
right.
at this point. So again, a lot of times you can get just kind of bottleneck doing all of these checks. Okay, so here's our first change. This boss in the Japanese version is actually a female, but due to US censorship, they changed it to a man.
Yeah, because it had the breast.
So instead of Medusa, so instead of Medusa, we now have Poseidon, and with that, it's all done.
They also censor some stuff in Illusion of Gaia.
And very much required to complete that boss, because that now gives us access out of Act 4.
Wow. I was gonna say, maybe it's faster to die, but no, they have to come back for the mushroom dream, maybe.
Yeah, so could have been a place that they would have taken a death port, but like Queen Anne says, we still actually have some checks down in here that they may need to come back for later. Or actually, maybe here in just a minute, since we just got access to that mushroom.
Also, I'd like to point out that at this point, they have the leader of every single act. They do have the castle of Magrid, but oh my gosh, Gnome has the brushes. But I'm not sure they have the stairs to Mary.
Well, so Twinkie did not decide to go do the sleeping mushrooms dream, so we'll see if that comes back to hurt him. But like we said, with acquiring that Leo's brush, we now have more back in Act 1 that we could potentially need to do.
Thank you, Anthony. The VIP card was on the mushroom. By the way, Solar is also in Loon right now with the Axeman.
So as you see Twinkie moving through Act 5 in Leo's lab's basement, he just took out some metal helicopters. Crazy thing is that particular zone he's in does have layers that are logically can be required to do without the Zentetsu sword, just like in the vanilla game. And so sometimes that trips people up in the rando, and we will see maybe this weekend if that is a thing. Oh, and the Blackstone in the goat pen.
Ooh. Everybody has a pen yet? should be.
Oh, and Twinkie finding the stairs to get to the painting.
Yes, Wise. It also shows on the tracker. So the stones that on dented tracker are missing are the green one and the brown one. Oh, dented went back, but oh, he has to do loon now. Or just talk to Gnome? No, okay, he has to do loon.
And so now we find probably the one monster that everybody has a fond hate for, the little metal racing mice. Again, every monster in this game has iframes when it first spawns, and those little metal mice normally can get far away from you before they get out of their iframes. And so we all just pray not to find them, especially right here in this little part of the zone, but there are others that they are annoying as well.
Yeah. It's a goose chase. I feel like I have not talked about Kaiten at all this whole run. Poor Kaiten. He's doing good. He's done everything also.
Yeah,
Actually,
well,
if I look at Solar's stream, he's like neck to neck with Solar. Oh, Axeman just did the mushroom tree. We'll see if he has something.
Titan will get his special mention here when we get to Act 6. So
Okay, let's check if the Axeman is going back to the dream. Oh, he is. Okay. What's there? Deception?
okay, so one of the few things we have not talked about yet in the randomizer is the layers are set up with 3 different kind of spawn patterns. You have ones that they are already on your screen, just like those little worms were. You have slow single spawns. You have ones that rapidly spawn all their monsters, and then you have the proximity ones. Twinkie had just done one that was a proximity layer there on the pipe, which is what reminded me to do this little conversation. But they are all kind of weighted to give you those different spawn rates within the seed itself. And Axeman is working on changing that up a little bit too as well.
Okay, so on the mushroom dream, there was a cat. That cat in itself is useless, but sometimes you need to get that cat out of the room to have access to 2 items. So we don't know yet if it was useful or not, that cat. And of course the mushroom dreams.
Axeman deciding to make the power plant play versus the lab basement first.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't tend to do the power plant because it is a single item and like, or 2 items.
2 items, yeah.
2 items and like 2 NPCs. So it's a lot of zone for not being able to complete it. Or getting very little reward. Excuse me. I will get it right today.
It's early still. I had to put my alarm on a Saturday morning. Okay, so that
Luckily,
one's
it's normally a
success.
time I'm up with the kids, but it's still early to have all the right thought processes.
Okay, so I just saw on Solar Stream that nobody found the door to get to Mary right now.
Okay, so we know that that's going to be somewhere between the power plant and the basement,
They do have the first
Or-
set of stairs.
or even back in Act 1 at this point.
Yep. But yeah, because one of the first thing they got was the Mallow Town, and I believe Solar was trying to go get it. To go there, or talk to Mary, I don't know, because he was going up there.
I think with the fact that the runners have all the world leaders and had already know that they've unlocked like Act 6, they thought maybe they had already gotten all the stuff to Marie, so he was just kind of double checking
Yep.
to see what he had got, since they got so bottlenecked trying to get to Gnome.
Once you have all the leaders and you have the 6th stone, you can go to a World of Evil, even if because there could be one of your soul item or one of the 3 red items. So it's not impossible that they will need to go there.
Oh, we found our sleeping dolphin. See if that's needed. And I'm pretty sure right there that was a planned death by Twinkie, since he was right there at the end and there was nothing he needed to go back for. High spirits, we've seen it in the past. Needed to complete one of these seeds, so it's always a possibility.
Netta calls him the Big Chungus. I don't know why. Oh, Kaiten just went and checked the chest and then get out.
Which is what a lot of the runners do with the power plant, is they check that first chest.
Wait, why is it going back? Oh, was it resetting the mouses maybe?
Maybe? Yep.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Unfortunately, he's going to learn that those are not the ones that he needs.
Yeah.
For the layer that he's trying to clear. Oh, and Twinkie just found the door that we need.
Yep.
Back in the painting.
Oh my gosh. Now Twinkie still hasn't done Blaster, and so he doesn't have his spirit, so that might come back. Well, unless he might poke the thing with the soul blade. The ghost in Act 6.
True. He could do that since he's got the soul blade. Because we know that so far Act 2 spirit items haven't, spirit layers haven't given us anything of progression.
No, I was gonna say, in this case, was Blaster, would he need to go back to it? But I feel because he doesn't have the red ball, so, and he's the only one missing it. Probably might have been on an NPC they got on Blaster.
So Blaster had the Ivy for the hideout crystal.
Oh, that's okay.
What has
okay
our red hot ball. So yes, he is going to have to do Blaster. We know that. The other runners know that. But yes.
Yeah, Big Key, I always say it's DentedRazor's baby. Good old painting. At least they don't need to double dip because they have the Zantetsu sword.
All runners like only having to come to areas one time, so always nice to see that.
Yeah, we didn't talk about this also, but we saw it multiple times already. When you kill all the enemies in the lair becomes green, and it will stay green until you stepped on it. But if you step on it, it will reset all the lairs that you killed enemies but didn't finish it. So if you're, let's say you're killing one enemy, going around, and then you step on a lair, it will reset the ones you haven't done. So you need to kill them all again.
Oh, there's our other grandma.
Yeah. We're looking at a 100% seed right now. And so now we have both grandmas on Twinkie's side. Oh, and there's the other cat we were talking about. That cat is in itself doesn't give anything, but it might be used to get it out of the room to open to 2 items. Now, if you're a fan of Quintet, you'll see soon in Twinkie's side that he's going to go fight what we call, I think it's called Metal Mantis here. It's the same boss, the exact same boss. They reused it in the Illusion of Gaia as the secret boss. And don't blink because he's gonna kill it in 2 swings. Oh no, Lisa!
Oh, now to see what Lisa's got.
Okay, don't blink, you're gonna miss it. See? That's the... Oh, it's dead now. That's the boss from Illusion of Gaia, the secret boss. I miss playing this in tournaments. Maybe next year I'll join.
Queenie, you almost had to join this year. But luckily our community, showed up and decided to get enough participants.
Yeah, we had 14 this year. At 1 p.m. we'll have our next match. There's also 5%. 4 will be on SpeedGaming. The 5th one will not be restreamed. He'll be on his own stream. And then at 5 p.m. we'll have our last match. 4 contestants.
Which that match is going to have a lot of our top end players or most well-known players to those on streaming. So hope everybody can take some time out to come and support them as well.
And there will be Lost Core also, who won the 3 previous years. Oh, Dented found the door. That gives you access to 2 items if you have the key. Oh, Axman is going back to the painting.
Kind of has to at this point. I don't think he's got anything else he can do. Twinkie's going to go check to see what Lisa's chest and lair has, since he was in Act 1 already.
So right now Solar is doing the power plant. He's done all the basement of Leo's lab, what is it called? Is oh, did not Axeman didn't check the gold pants? Oh yeah, he did. Okay. Oh, Twinkie just went and checked Lisa. Did you see what it had?
A strange bottle in the chest, and I missed the layer.
Tulip. Okay, thank you. Thank you, Master. What did Karen said? He said if he reached Act 6 under an hour and 15 minutes, it was a good seed. If not, it was not.
I think he was, if you were in Act 5, by an hour. So we're a little behind on his estimate for a good seed.
Yeah, painting was loaded once again. I don't think I've ever seen a painting not loaded, to be fair.
I think I've had a seed or two where the painting wasn't even required at all. But it is very, very rare. Okay, so Twinkie sitting here taking on the invisible monsters that show up in both model towns. You just kind of learn where those ones are placed in the randomizer to be able to take those out, because a lot of times the door that is the soul in Act 5 doesn't show up until after you've completed Model Town.
Oh, so poor Solar tried to reach Lisa again and there was no door. Solar is going into the painting as well.
Still anybody's race here.
And he's about to find his 4th stone. He's gonna go check the pen. Yeah. Okay, so now every player has 4 stone, the soul armor, the soul blade, the red hot items. They're just Twinkie's missing the ball, which is in, well, it's in Act 1 but related to Blaster.
No, actually you cannot pet the dog like you see in other games. There is in Act 2 some of those NPCs will actually like take a walk with you or do special little things if you interact with them, but a lot of times Brando racers don't mess with them because it's just time waste.
You can walk the dog.
We escort a mole.
We feed a squirrel. And we killed our girlfriend's dad.
We saved some dolphins. We find out that humans are evil people, so... Okay, so we find out that mermaids can become corrupt.
I think Axeman is in the lead, but barely. but I'm 100% sure that Twinkie's a little bit behind because it didn't do Blaster yet.
That would be about the only reason we would say that Twinkie's not in the lead.
Yeah.
But again, anybody can get kind of caught up in the rando.
If you just joined, don't forget we have a 5th player running this right now also who is not restream. But he's seriously neck to neck with the Titan right now. They've done the same amount of stuff and they're in the same place.
And just to recap for everybody coming in, so we do have 3 races today. The winner of those races will proceed into our final tomorrow. And then whoever comes in the closest second place for their seed will take the wild card spot so that we have 4 runners for the final. So that boss that Dented just finished beating, we have learned that it is very much scripted. As long as you do not cross that line in the floor, he will just kind of run up and down. But that is a hard boss to take on because of those fireballs. A lot of times, even with the equipment that we have at this level. More herbs everywhere.
So apparently I've ruined that song for a lot of people. Last year we announced the Rando tournament with this song. I put lyrics to it.
And there we just found Marie had the Phoenix Magic, so runners will start getting their last item that they need to defeat the final boss.
Go, Mary!
However, we are still looking for the red hot mirror, so till we find that, we're kind of locked out of completing the game, along with the 2 stones we have left.
Where was it? Did they already have the last pair of stairs?
Those were also in Bluster. The stairs to the attic, so
Okay.
Twinkie should be going back there before too much longer when he starts realizing what all he's got left to complete.
So Kaiten is going to Lisa's dream. Solar just finished the painting but decided not to check Lisa. That's good for him because we know it has nothing. And so Solar is going to see Mary. So he might take a little bit of the lead over Kaiten right there. Oh, he's taking out the key of the room. I think he's the first one to do that. Let's see what's behind. They have the plant. I don't think they have the mouse though.
So I know we've seen a couple people get the mouse inside the wall. I don't remember exactly who right this second. But
okay, there was nothing. The mouse and the plant both have medical herbs. So that mouse that we found in the power plant was useless. Oh, he has a chest. Psycho sword and medical herb. Okay, nothing behind the chest too. Yeah, but Gamba, that's how she falls in love with us.
Okay, and Twinkie finding our red hot mirror. So Now it'll just be getting the path to the grandmas and the king so that he can open up that final dungeon.
Yeah, so there will be no word of evil on this seed. It will just be going how do you say it?
Straight to the boss.
Straight to the boss.
back.
Thank you. Straight. So they don't have the arena and ghost ship. They haven't done that. And do they have the right tower? I'm not sure.
Yes, they have the right tower at this
Okay.
point.
Oh, Solar just skipped out. Didn't do Model Town, so he's not gonna find his mirror. He's going immediately to Act 6. So he's actually the first one to get there.
Chitin giving our first check at Turbo's grave there in Act 2. It's just a medical herb.
And Solar is going... Oh, he's just doing the checks. I don't know if he's gonna start with the basement or the VIP tower.
Knowing Solar, he's gonna go to VIP tower before he does the basement.
Let's go kill our girlfriend's dad. Going to check the maid, and the maid has a medical herb.
Little sleeping cat there in Act 5 has the big pearl, which, as we said earlier, is potentially needed for that sleeping dolphin.
Here is Twinkie's gonna find nothing here.
Axeman giving us our first check to see if we have access all the way to our grandmas. Which
Yes.
we do, so he's going to be the first one to turn in the 3 red hot items. Go, dancing grandmas!
Dance, dance! We're making the grandmother dance. Oh, light armor. That's Sin's favorite armor.
Death Toll there, starting his final countdown to his death.
It's the final countdown. Da-na-na-na. Na-na-na. Soul Blazer, the soundtrack. Selling in store near you.
Let you do all the singing.
It's just Queenie making sound. Okay, so Solar is in the right tower. Solar hasn't done the Model Town, but I think everybody's done them, right? Or is about to do them.
Yes.
Oh, poor Solar. He's dying a lot, but he's been doing this entire scene. Still has his bubble armor on. Oh no!
Did he forget to equip the soul armor? Solar!
He still. I just noticed is he took his medical armor and he still has the bubble armor. Oh, I'm so gonna make fun of him. My husband, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, so Axeman is going. Is he gonna go to the tower as well, or so far? By the way, there's nothing in the tower. Or is he going into the basement? Let's go to the basement. Go to the basement. Basement has more check than the tower, I think.
Basement has 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7 items. So I think they're really close. Sorry, everybody, trying to remember real quickly from memory.
I just feel so bad for my husband. He's getting hit and he's almost dead.
So, other little interesting
Axeman
facts.
is going to the right tower as well. Yes, the mirror is in Model Town.
So, other little tidbit that we've learned from messing with the code for the randomizer, King Magritte actually cannot have one of your stones in the randomizer. He can have a red hot item or one of the soul items, but because of the way the logic sets things up right now, the stones and him are placed like at the same time, so it will not place a stone on him.
Oh, interesting. There was nothing in the right tower in the chest so far. The only last item is Dr. Leo. I'm not allowed to say what you want me to say, Sin. I'm sorry. Oh, you didn't check Leo.
Did he just not actually go?
He didn't go at all.
I think he might know that he's still missing an NPC for that check.
Oh, it's going into the basement. Bubble armor. All other armors. Oh.
He's just really not living down his torment with the soul armor.
Being in a bubble, you can't stop that.
So at this point, I don't think that there is anybody that has all of the NPCs we need for the Dr. Leo cutscene. So we'll just have to wait and see.
The grandma had nothing, right? I don't remember. Twinkie's finally gonna go do all those chests he left behind. Oh, there is a stone in the basement! Solar's having 5 stone right now. But he doesn't have the mirror.
Still too close to call winner.
You should really get an honorable mention. I'm gonna give him a t-shirt. I did this scene with bubble armor. Did you catch that, QB? Solar's been dying, like almost dying all this season, and I just realized he still has the bubble armor on for a long while.
Very true. That last stone is now what we need to find to know how much longer this seed's gonna last for people.
Play hard or cool, bubble or bust. I love it.
So Twinkie giving us the dream we need to gain access to a little secret area in Act 3.
But we don't
First
have
one to do that. But I don't think we have access to it yet, so...
No, we don't have ghost ship.
But now Twinkie's back to go do Bluster since he realizes that's all he has left at this point. Yep, there's still a chance that the last stone's on the pedestal. Nobody's been able to check that yet.
Oh, true. Amy knows. Amy knows!
I plead the fifth. No. I do know. Because I have play checked all these seeds before we put them out here for you guys to watch. But I'm not going to give anything away. Just so that it can be just as exciting for you guys as it was for me to run this seed the first time. So. It did not. Why? Stop making me sound like I played badly. There's other soldier for Dr. Leo.
There you go. This is forever a proof. He's always going into the model town.
Axeman almost done with King Magrid's basement. And then we'll see where he goes from there. Okay, Axeman finding the deer that we need for the pedestal.
So Solar's going into the model town, still has this. You gotta admit that man's it's committed.
No, that's some dedication. But I'm sorry, chat, but I've just had something come up. So, Queenie, I will be right back.
Yep. I hope her house is not on fire. Yeah, it's gonna be the meme of the tournament. He made his name, that's for sure. I kind of lost a little bit of the thing I was I was busy. So okay, we're having the cutscene of Axeman. Oh no, that's the cutscene of the soldier. Okay, it has an emblem. Yeah, so nobody found the deer so far, so who knows? No, Axeman, I believe, finished the right tower in the basement. Where is it going to go now? It has 8 emblems. Oh, Dr. Leo's cutscene. Okay. Oh, excuse me. Hey, I'm your son-in-law. We have to go, Dr. Leo. Oh no! Doctor, save yourself. Who's this? That's the queen. No, I will not go with you. I got your daughter! Daddy! My boyfriend! I'll kill myself. That's your boyfriend's fault. I love you, Lisa. Oh! Oh! Oh!
Okay, I'm back.
Oh!
I didn't see that.
He had a stone! I'll give you my stone before I blow myself. Oh no, my daddy is dead. I have no time for you. I must go fight this evil. Mwahaha. Best story ever! And Iceman is gonna finish this. I didn't know that my story was gonna lead to a stone. I must clip this.
Yes, Axeman going into the world of evil. Yes, sub 2 hours. And we'll see him go quickly through this to get to that final boss because he's done everything else.
Now, I wonder at this point what the other player is gonna do, because you go back only for that cutscene when you have still stuff to do?
I think a lot of these runners have learned that Dr. Leo tends to have something needed. And so I think they will go back for that cutscene as soon as they have it. Just because it does have 2 items kind of locked to it. Sin, I don't think Solar has had the other guard, which is why he didn't do it when he first went up there.
Man, what a game. I'm just in awe.
Gonna be Twinkie giving us the Durin check. Opening up in case he has to go back to Ghost Ship. And Axeman doing a little bit of grinding here to get his final level so that he can complete the seed. Yes, I believe it was in the basement. And DentedRazor doing the dancing grandmas.
We can dance. We can dance. Making every grandmother dance. Boy, that was hard to sing.
Z, since you're coming in here, Axeman is on the final boss and about to complete this seed. So this final boss can only be damaged with the Phoenix magic after you take out those little flame pillars. Takes about 12 to 13 cycles of 5 hits in order to kill him, so it can be a really long fight. You just kind of learn how to manipulate your movement around the pillars, the laser beams, and all that to make it all happen.
Yeah, whatever. And that was a good plays by Axeman.
And I think this is going to be the last one. And with that, GG's Axeman for completing the seed first.
GG! Let me put this as done. And our winner who's moving on to Sunday, the Axeman. I can't wait for him to listen to the story of Dr. Leo.
I'm sure he's going to enjoy that very much, Queenie.
I just lost my SpeedGaming page. Is he in chat?
I don't see him in chat yet, so. We're going to try to see if we can get him to come over here and give us a little interview post race.
But yeah, X-Men, if you're in chat, you must check this clip.
So he is also running the credits. We will see maybe a couple of the possible glitches that can happen based on not popping certain NPCs. I don't quite remember at this point. But we'll see. Also, some of the other changes if it runs all the way through to the end.
Okay. So who's missing what right now? Okay, Dented has made the grandmother dance. Chitin can do that. Solar already also did the grandmother. Oh, Solar's going back to Act 3 to get his last stone. So Solar did the model town. That was a good play, but I still don't know if I would have done that when you have so much left open. Oh, true. Maybe I think now it's the end of Bubble Armor because Solar went back to Act 3 and he already had it on. He must have realized he was using it for the while. Yeah, so right now it's anybody's race. Although Solar has 5 stone and made the grandmother dance. Kaiden still has 5 stone, but he didn't make the grandmother dance. And Twinkie and DentedRazor still have to find their 2 stones. And Twinkie, although Twinkie might be going to Blaster right now.
Now, at this point, Twinkie is going back and doing Durin and Ghost Ship since those just opened up for him. I think he's already done Bluster at this point.
Oh, right. He did Bluster. Sorry. He needs to go back to Act 1.
Yeah, at this point, he needs to go back to Act 1 and then move on to Act 6.
But we still need to see the wild card, so we'll need to see who finishes second. Which I must find a pen.
Oh, hello.
Hi!
Hi, Axeman. Welcome in.
Hello?
Oh, thank you. Yeah.
Congrats on your winning.
Thanks. Yeah, that was an intense run.
Did you see the clip I made of the story?
I did see that. That was pretty classic.
I was not expecting to find something there.
Yeah, I mean that last stone could be anywhere. I was kind of like,
I was also saying, why would you go there when you have so much left open? What made you go there?
I decided that I would check the NPCs in the tower and the so I was running out of like NPC checks, but I decided I would go. I mean, I was in that world for one thing, but then I decided I would like check the NPCs in the tower in Act 6, and I saw the first soldier who said because I already had Dr. Leo, and the first soldier says my friend is in the basement. So I was kind of like, okay, I'm gonna make sure I get that guy in the basement. And then I'll have 2, because I had the queen, so that's 2 checks. And I had a bunch of other stuff, but I was kind of like, hey, I'm going to do this first, then I'm going to go clean up some other NPC checks, and hopefully one of them will have the stone. But yeah, once I got that, that was it.
Oh, okay. That's a good call.
Missed the call on, or the hint on that the second soldier was in the basement. But of course, everybody, like I was saying, unfortunately, we have a little bit of a glitch on Axeman's screen. I think since Tiki's not there, but I could be wrong.
No, I did get Tiki.
Oh, okay. So maybe it's not here.
Yeah, I think I got. I mean, it was a pretty high percentage clear.
Yeah.
And that call to just do the items in the model towns paid off huge too.
So basically, Ghost Ship and Doreen were not required.
That's right, yeah.
And I think that's it.
And yeah, there was nothing in the power plant either.
Because right now, Solar was... I would say Solar was being second, but now he's going into a run of around the world to find the last zone.
Oh, so, okay, and Chitin's about to get his stone here, so it looks like he's gonna be second.
Yeah.
But Chitin still has to go back and see the grandmas.
Yeah, but Solar now is going to the other model town, so Chitin's gonna have time to go see the grandma.
But poor Solar.
Yeah, we've been making fun of Solar Axeman because he's been playing almost this old seed with the bubble armor on.
Oh no!
Yeah.
The early game, it wasn't tough, but we had so many really annoying single spawn layers. Just, I don't know, it felt kind of slow with all these, like, especially the statues where you've got to get it to spawn at the good spot. I felt like early on some of my calls might have been, like, I ended up going straight through... I did get the Spirit Sword before doing the Light Shrine, which was good, but I don't think there was anything there.
What is Chitin doing?
The Sleeping Mushroom. He didn't do it before?
I don't know, Chitin just stopped moving.
Chitin. He got to do the Dancing Grandmas.
Yeah, but what is he doing?
I think he was trying to figure out what he's forgotten.
But he has everything.
Oh no, is he missing an NPC for the Dancing Grandmas?
Oh!
That could be it. Like, we can't see that on his tracker.
Oh!
Yeah, I forget. They were pretty well scattered.
Oh, yeah. There is one of the NPCs we need down there. Pathfinder, the little boy. He's down here in the basement.
Oh, okay. Ugh, so much lag on this screen. Okay, well, it's back to being everybody's game.
Yeah, I guess.
Second place still up for grabs.
You ready to commentate after?
I am. Yeah, I'm gonna have fun. I think Amos is joining me.
Yes, I will. I will be right there with you.
Yeah, well, fun. I'll be talking to Trey.
Since you're here, why don't you go ahead and talk about what you're working on for this randomizer?
Well, that's right. I have been working on some improvements, and so I've got a beta version that doesn't have any like breaking glitches anymore. And so I've kind of been sharing that a little. I implemented so the rando that we're playing right now, the filling algorithm is sort of like it's like a forward fill that doesn't put the items in a particularly random spots. But I implemented sort of the it's called assumed fill, where the items can be in much more random places. If you think of like the Link to the Past randomizer, where like you can get really random places, that's the same algorithm, and it really makes it interesting. You can almost every seed is going to be close to 100%. But I did some other things like speed up the text and make the enemy layers have fewer enemies per enemy layer, fewer single spawning layers, and so it makes it a little faster. So yeah, and I'm still tweaking it. I mean, I kind of like revamped the infrastructure code so that we can do a lot of interesting things. So I'm, experimenting.
So Chitin found that NPC that he needs, so he's gonna go run back and make Grandma's dance, and then be off to the world of evil for himself.
Nice. And I don't know if anyone else has mentioned this, but so Sin and I are going to have a race in the any percent speed run at a charity marathon called No Kid Hungry on SpeedGaming, and that's in about 2 weeks. I think we're on a Sunday 2 weeks from now.
Oh,
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Oh yeah.
Okay, and so other little like graphical change that they made between Japanese and US version or North American version is right here with Lisa. The Japanese version has her a little more anime style, where the Lisa that you see here in the end credits is more human. I guess would be the more realistic. More realistic.
I don't know why he changed that one, honestly.
It looked like her Japanese version looks like totally anime with like sparkly big eyes, and like yeah.
Yeah, but
You can probably find yeah.
Makes her look a lot younger too.
I mean, the naked breast I can understand back then, but that one, nope.
Yeah, I know enough Japanese that I played through the Japanese version and kind of made some translation notes, and that was interesting. There's a lot of interesting points.
So Kaiden in the World of Evil right now, about to finish his seed also.
But Axeman, general question we're going to kind of give to everybody this year. What brought you into the Soul Blazer rando? Who or what?
I think, I always, love the game. I think I saw the rando way before and I just, messed around playing the rando really casually before I kind of got into, racing. And one time I was racing, or I was playing a seed, real super casually, and I didn't know anything about, there was a community or anything doing it. And I think Chitin actually stopped by my stream. He was kind of like, hey, we've got a community doing stuff with this. I'm like, oh, really? Cool. So I started checking it out and getting in on some of these races.
Kaiden has bring a lot of people.
Yeah. It's a really it's sort of a really chill community, a really chill rando that's just fun.
Just want to point out right now, we were saying earlier that you cannot swing the soul armor unless you're at level 24, so that's what Kaiden was doing right now, just getting his sword to level 24 so he can use it to finish the boss fight.
Yeah. And of course that experience threshold, 420,000.
Yep. That's the best spot to grind right there.
Yeah, so
yeah, those 3 walls,
4,000 a piece.
Yeah. The rando intentionally leaves those 3 walls as vanilla, because to make it easier to grind.
So after chitin, the third one, it's between at this point dented and solar. They both have 5 stone. They already have the grandmother dents and every soul item.
So yeah, Axeman, since you haven't been here, Twinkie did not do Bluster early on, so he kind of had to backtrack to that. But he does not realize that his item that he needs is
On the blue stone.
is on the crystal in Act 1.
Oh.
That's where the mirror is. The ball is. So we're gonna see you tomorrow in the final.
I guess so. Oh man, I better get ready for that.
Yes.
I mean, if I can play like this tomorrow, I think I've got a shot against anyone. I mean, it's gonna be tough, but I had a pretty decent run.
What's the goal of herb percent? Beat the game. No, it's the name we picked for this rando because there's a lot of mythical herb in this game. And GG to Kaiden, who finished second. But to beat the game, you need to find all 6 stone, the 3 red items, and the 3 soul items.
So we've got an important question. Do we remember Lisa?
Of course.
Chat, do we want to?
We kill her dad, might as well remember her. Okay, so Kaiten is in line for maybe wild card tomorrow. Who knows?
Yeah, who knows? We still got two more races to get through today.
So that's what, 16 minutes, 17 seconds. And yeah, 219 is a, or sub 220 on that seed is pretty good. I mean, with given all that, I got super lucky with a lot of my checks, so I would, yeah.
So yeah, Axeman, you've also played it really, really differently than everybody else did. Like, you dipped out of Act 2 before doing Fire Shrine and Light Shrine for the first time and went all the way through to Act 4. Like, what made you think to do that?
So I started doing this because I noticed that Lost Core also does it. And the reason is if you can find the Power Bracelet or Super Bracelet or something that'll give you more, or you can just get higher levels, you can beat those metal scorpions a lot faster, and that's going to save a ton of time in Act 2. So my hope was that I would go into the ocean and get the queen, and then I'd be able to go to Act 4, and then I'd get on, I'd be able to put on a few levels and maybe hit 16 so that I could swing Zantetsu, and that's the other thing that makes it go a lot faster. But it turned out that I found the Spirit Sword, and so then I was able to go straight through the Light Shrine as well.
So Solar right now is in the basement of Magritte Castle. Is that where the last soldier was?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, there was one stone and one and the soldier.
Hey, welcome in, Kaiten.
Hello.
GG's,
Congrats.
Titan.
GG's.
Well, I thought I had a fast time.
You missed a lot of things in this seed. I mean, not that you missed some. You missed a lot of fun on this seed. It was a whole thing.
I look forward to watching the replay.
But you still are up maybe for tomorrow on the wild spot. We'll see.
Maybe. Well, GG, Axeman. Well earned.
Thank you.
Okay, so Twinkie finally found his last red hot item. Not sure why his tracker does not show that he has Phoenix, but he does. Unless he hasn't made it up to Marie yet and just hasn't done Act 6 at all. Everything got kind of crazy, everybody, so I'm truly sorry.
I have no idea. Did he go to Act 6 yet? Solar is still in Act 6. I so hope he's gonna go do the Dr. Leo. Sin, is this where on Karen's stream where you say that you see the if it says that she's the mother of Lisa? She hints at it?
Yeah, it was right there.
Yes? Okay. In the Japanese version. Oh, Solar's going out of Act 6. No.
So
Solar
yeah,
he has everything he needs. He just doesn't go there yet.
with Leo having a stone is kind of a big troll.
Yeah. But we've seen it before.
I'm just glad Pathfinder wasn't on Demon Bird, because that would have been my last check.
Would definitely have been hard for people to go get that one. So, but again, Kaiten, we're gonna ask you the same question we're gonna ask everybody. What brought you into the randomizer for Soul Blazer?
Soul Blazer, as a child, was one of my favorite games. And then, when I started to peruse Twitch, I just decided to follow the Soul Blazer game. And I saw some community members racing the randomizer. So I just kind of inserted myself into that and said, I'll race too. And then now here I am.
You've brought a lot of person to play this.
Like I said, Soul Blazer is one of my top 5 all-time favorite games. It was one that I would revisit at least once a year and beat.
Yes, the dog's name is Turbo. The same as in Illusion of Gaia.
And then at the very end, it's a goat as well. So.
Mm-hmm.
Which plays along with the whole reincarnation theme that is throughout the whole game.
Oh, Solar is going to Dr. Leo.
Yeah, in the beginning, the master kind of suggests, like, because he's a god in the heavens that's like disembodied, so it's kind of, it kind of seems like a Christian view. But then you have reincarnation, which is, Buddhist, and there's actually a lot of other references that are like Shinto. And so it's actually this like super Japanese blend of like whatever religion they thought was interesting. It's the theology of this game.
All I know is game is fun.
So true, Kaiten, so true.
And there you go, Solar getting his last stone.
DentedRazor just got his last NPC that he's gonna need out of the basement. Okay, so favorite zones. Both people. Which ones is it?
Oh, that's a difficult question. I really like the bass line to the music in Loon. However, it's also the music for the terrible place called Lanol. Right Tower, I don't know, Right Tower is just fun, I think. By the time you get there, you usually have enough equipment for the game to be fun. I don't know. I just like Great Tower.
Unless you do all right tower with your bubble armor on and realize you just did the whole game with bubble armor, as Solar did in this very seed today.
Doesn't Solar always do something?
Yes.
And it normally revolves around soul armor.
Yeah, we even have clips of that. He played almost the whole game with bubble armor. He never took it off.
So I have a question. Did anyone check Lisa?
Yes.
Okay, what did he?
She had
She-
a strange bottle and a
Strange
tulip.
bottle and yeah,
Oh,
totally worth it.
totally.
And then TheAxeMan301 getting his last stone as well.
I did Lisa because that 100% finished Act 1 for me, so I didn't have to go back. And I was already there when I unlocked her.
Trying to figure out what Twinkie is looking for. Because I think he's double checked everything all the way through at this point.
I don't know. So, oh, he forgot about the stone and the blue jewel in Act 1, that's for sure.
No, he's already gone back and done that. Because he's already turned in his red hot items. So at this point I don't know what he's missing.
Yeah, and we feel like he might be manually tracking, because unless he did not go to Act 6 at all. Oh, is he missing the steps to go to Mary? That would explain why he doesn't have the Phoenix.
Yeah, but that was also in Blester too, so if unless he just thought, oh, I grabbed that Ivy and went back, but that doesn't seem like it would have been productive.
And Solar is on Death Hole right now. He's about to be done.
So where was the ghost ship statue? I don't think I found that.
Yeah, I didn't get it either. Maybe it was in Durian?
Yes, I think it was in Durian. Welcome back, Queenie.
Oh, sorry, I was trying to to find how to get to the an invite to someone who's not there in the race.
Okay, Dented doing his grind to 24.
Could you please press yes? Poor Lisa, she's been waiting forever.
Oh,
That's right. Don't leave her hanging.
my bad.
And
Be a
GG
gentleman.
needs to solar cell for completing.
Yes.
Okay, and there's Twinkie finally going up to talk to Marie.
So, okay, so he didn't have the stairs probably. Or the door, I don't know. Something was missing.
It actually kind of feels bad since Twinkie did have our fastest time in the prequel.
Yeah.
Oh, really? Wow.
Yep.
Please surprised that
GG Solar, welcome in.
GG Solar.
Thank you. GG accent.
Thanks.
Shoot.
So,
what-
Solar,
Yes, Queenie.
you are now officially a meme in this tournament.
Is it
Because-
I forgot I left the bubble armor on?
Yes. We have clips of that. All of your run.
Well, that's special. I'm gonna go ahead and leave voice now. You guys have a great rest of your tournament.
Shoulder, eventually you'll remember that armor that shares your name.
I
You
mean,
were
what a...
dying so fast in the VIP tower.
Yeah, but I didn't die, did I? No. It's putting on a show. Man, the call to have to clear the layers in VIP and basement and then talk to Leo. GG, Axeman and Chitin. That's nasty. I saw Axeman finish and I was like, alright, I guess we're just item rushing, and wasn't quite there. Commentators have fun.
GG's to Dented for finishing. It's been a blast, Solar.
Cool.
Yes, thank you so much for participating, Solar.
Yeah, thanks for having me. I'm glad I can be another meme percent this year.
So, Solar, I have to ask you, since I've asked everybody else,
Uh-huh.
what brought you into this randomizer?
Queenie made me.
Actually, I believe that's true. I forced a lot of people. Okay, and we have officially a forfeit by Twinkie. But thank you so much, Dented, Twinkie, and Solar for participating. Oh, there he is. Hi, Dented.
Hello.
Congrats on finishing.
What was that?
Congratulations on finishing.
Thanks.
It's so good times, though. For
Dented, I
us.
didn't-
No,
Sorry.
go ahead.
I was gonna say, Dented, I didn't like that seat. Pretty nasty, yeah, Dented.
I hope so. Punches it severely, so.
We can't hear you, Dented.
Can you hear me now, or?
Oh, yeah.
There we go. Okay. Definitely a seed that grabs your hope, brings it up, and then just crushes it severely.
Oh, yeah.
Hi,
me.
Twinkie.
You know?
Oh, I don't even know where to start. I seriously cannot believe I missed that.
What did you miss?
I missed the stairs for Marie.
Oh, no.
It was at Bluster, and I cleared the layer, but I forgot to pick it up.
Oh,
And
no.
so for the last, I don't know, what was it, 35, 40 minutes, I've been scrambling around trying to find where it was at. And of course, it was literally the last place I checked when I was backtracking, so.
Okay, we were seeing you going around, but we didn't know, like, is he missing some links? The door or the, I don't know. We couldn't figure out what you missed.
Yeah, I was missing the stairs, unfortunately. I'm
No.
pretty ashamed of it because this is the first time I've missed a layer in... It's got to been over a year since I missed a layer like this. And of course, it has to happen during a tournament, you know, but it is what it is.
Yeah, but thank you so much for participating.
No problem. I had a lot of fun regardless.
And GG, everybody.
Yes,
you very much.
GG, everybody.
GG's, yeah.
Thank you.
Congrats, Axeman.
You gave a good show.
Thanks.
So, Amless and Axeman, we'll see you. Well, we'll hear you soon at 1 p.m. for the next match.
Sure will.
And Axeman, you'll be doing the finals tomorrow. Don't forget.
Oh, right. Better not. Let me put it on my calendar.
And Kaiten, well, we'll know later if we're going to see you tomorrow.
We'll see. But good luck to the other runner coming up. Stay tuned.
Yeah, stay tuned. We'll be back at 1 p.m. Thank you, everybody, again. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you later.
Thank you.
Okay, and with that, we want to give a quick thank you to SpeedGaming for hosting us. Thank you to all of our runners for participating. Thank you, Queen Anne, for actually being the lead organizer of this and bringing everybody in.
My pleasure.
Make sure that you give our racers a follow if you liked what you saw. Give the commentators a follow if you liked how we did. We always appreciate it.
And I'll leave the
And-
Discord in the chat right now. If you want to join the Discord to find the tracker, the link to create a seed, and we have a guide to help you where there's invisible item. We have weeklies every Friday, so you can do seeds with us. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed this, and we'll see you at 1 p.m.
And
with
of course,
analysts.
and of course, with that, as we get closer to the Herb% tournament every year, we do tend to do community races. So people that want to make sure that they've got all these setups done correctly, they can practice that. If you feel like commentating, you have time to practice that as well. But again, thank you everybody for being here. We greatly appreciate you showing up, and we'll see you all again at 1 o'clock.
Thank you. Bye.